Hello everybody, welcome to iDream Bio. This is Nasim. For every individual, ATP energy is needed to perform their metabolic reactions. So in this session, how ATPs are generated in the photosynthesis as well as in the respiration, that was explained by chemiosmotic hypothesis, which was put forward by the Peter Mitchell in year 1961. Yes. In generally the photosynthesis it can be completed by the two phases. Light phase is known as a photophosphorylation. It will be in the cyclic photophosphorylation as well as non-cyclic photophosphorylation. In the cyclic photophosphorylation, one cycle that produces 2 ATP molecules, which is a non-cyclic mode, one cycle that produces 1 ATP, 1 NADPH, H2 and oxygen. So these ATP and NADPH2 assimilatory powers that involves in the further reaction, that further phase is a dark reaction. They involves in the dark reaction, ultimately glucose produces. Coming to the respiration process, my intention is a aerobic respiration. I am saying it will be in the glycolysis process, Krebs cycle and electron transport chain or ETS, electron transport system. So we can find here ATP generation will be notices in this respiration. How ATPs are produces? How ATPs are produced in the photosynthesis and respiration, that explained by the chemiosmotic theory. So in the photosynthesis, basically cell organelle is a needed chloroplast. The chloroplast is a double membrane structure, outer membrane and inner membrane. So inside the membrane there is a enzymatic reactions are takes place, which stroma. This is the basic information. The stroma, we notice about thylakoids in this stroma. Thylakoid 1, thylakoid 2, thylakoid 3. Stacks of thylakoids are called granum. So again thylakoids are notices. The thylakoids are connected by the stroma lamella. In thylakoids, there are pigments like chlorophyll pigments, xanthophyll, carotenoid pigments are noticed in the thylakoids. So to explain the mechanism, I use only one single thylakoid. Yes, this is only I am using it. So I want to zoom only single thylakoid. Yes, zoom. The thylakoid is a single membrane but not a double membrane structure. This thylakoid unit. Okay, but the region inside the thylakoid, yes, this is a region is known as a lumen part. Lumen. The space inside the thylakoid is a lumen. This is the outside the membrane but not outer membrane. This is a towards the lumen, inside the membrane. So outside the membrane, what about the region is a stroma, like this stroma. Yes, this is a lumen region. So what are the pigments or notices? So in which the thylakoid, in which chlorophyll pigments are present. This is region chlorophyll pigment. Yes, this is a chlorophyll A, reaction center chlorophyll A. This is which is associated by the many other pigments like accessory pigments, chlorophyll B, carotenoids, xanthophylls, all that forms as a one unit is called photosystem 2. The photosystem 2, that there is a solar energy sunlight. There are 400 to 700 nanometers is a visible light. So the photosystem 2 that trap the solar energy. The solar light particles are called photons. Photon carried the energy, quantum energy. The energy is carried by the photosystem 2. What about? It is a less than 680 nanometers of energy, wavelength of energy. So that is the reason photosystem 2 is known as a P680. Whenever the solar energy is trapped by the accessory pigments, The auxiliary pigments given the energy to the chlorophyll A molecule ultimately. Now the chlorophyll A molecule get ejected and it is excited and it eject a pair of electrons to primary electron acceptor. Primary electron acceptor, what is pheophytin? This is a pheophytin. Pheophytin is look like a chlorophyll A, but it is a non-pigmented unit. The pheophytin chemical formula is a C55H72O5N4. There will be no magnesium. But in case of the chlorophyll A, how do we represent chlorophyll A? Is a C55H72O5N4 and magnesium. But here magnesium is replaced by the hydrogens. So that is the reason this pheophytin is a H74, not a 72. H74O5N4, no magnesium here. So the electrons are given to the pheophytin. Yes, whenever the electrons are given to the pheophytin, the chlorophyll A gets into oxidized state. Yes, let me write is a oxidized state. Oxidized. Yes, but these electrons are given. So I use only one electron only. These electron given to the plastoquinone, semi-plastoquinone. One electron given to the semi-plastoquinone, as well as the semi-plastoquinone brings one proton from the stroma. This is the stroma region. One proton from the stroma is given to the semi-plastoquinone. Now the semi-plastoquinone gets the state of reduced form. What about this is the reduced form? Next I am using the reduced form. Again reduced form into the oxidized form. So one electron given and one proton given. Now PQ is changed to the reduced. Now the reduced form of the plastoquinone given again electron as well as a proton to structure called cytochrome B6F complex. Cytochrome B6, cytochrome F complex. Yes. But what about one electron, one proton? I said reason is a plastoquinone reduced form. But basically this is a one quinone cycle. PQ is turned into the PQH2. PQ is known as a plastosemiquinone. PQH2 is a plastoquinol. So this is a one quinone cycle. One quinone cycle result, one proton is collected from the stroma. Two quinone cycles result, two quinone cycles means quinone cycles result means two electrons from the pheophytin, two protons from the stroma are collected. Then it gets into the reduced form. The reduced form again converted into the oxidized form by giving of two protons and two electrons to the another electron carrier in the membrane is a cytochrome B6F complex. The cytochrome B6F complex is a iron containing substance, iron containing protein substance. Yes. Now the cytochrome B6, from the cytochrome B6 the electrons are given. Now cytochrome B6 has a protons as well as electrons. Only electrons are given to the plastocyanin. Only pair of electrons are given to the plastocyanin. But what about the protons? Protons are not conveyed to the plastocyanin. The protons are given to the lumen region. Yes, I want to write is a lumen. Only electrons given to the plastocyanin, but not protons. Protons are pumped into the lumen region. Due to that, there are protons are accumulated here. So let me write these are a pair of protons. Now what about this is a continuation? When the electrons are given to plastocyanin, cytochrome B6 complex gets as a oxidized. it gets as a reduced. The reduced form of the plastocyanin. Plastocyanin is basically along the inner side of the membrane which was. But what about the pheophytin is a outer side of the membrane. But plastoquinone, semi-plastoquinone is a mobile carrier, that is it moves from the stroma side membranes to the lumen side membrane. Yes. Now the electrons are given to the plastocyanin. Plastocyanin is a copper containing substance, which is a copper containing substance. Plastocyanin, these electrons are given to photosystem 2. Here there is a photosystem 1, this is a chlorophyll A is a reaction center chlorophyll which is supported by the dash accessory pigment. Now this group of the system is a photosystem 1. The photosystem 1 trap the solar energy 680 nanometers, so we called as a P700. Now the electrons are given to the chlorophyll, this means a photosystem 1. The photosystem 1 gets reduced. Now the photosystem 1 that given the pair of electrons to primary electron acceptor PEA. From the primary electron acceptor, these pair of electrons are given to ferredoxins FD. From the ferredoxins, the pair of electrons are given to NADP, oxidized state of the NADP. Ultimately, electrons are conveyed to NADP, which is a present outside the membrane, that means towards the stroma, outside the membrane, mostly in the stroma region. In the ferredoxin also in the stroma region. Ultimately, electrons are given to the NADP. Yes, but photosystem 2, it gets oxidized state only, but it's need 2 electrons to get back the reduced state. So this photosystem 2 is a closely associated to the electron, that is a water splitting unit, is a water molecule H2O is very closely associated to the photosystem 2, but not a photosystem 1. This H2O molecule is splitted into 2 electrons, 2 protons and of O2. So what about it need 2 electrons to get back the reduced form. So these 2 electrons are given, to the photosystem 2. Now the photosystem 2 gets into the reduced form. So these protons, these 2 protons are accumulated here by the 2 quinone cycles. Moreover, splitting of the water molecule, 2 protons also accumulated here, 2 protons also accumulated here. Again this process is a continuous, quinone cycles takes place, again 2 more protons also will be here from outside stroma to here, again stroma to here, again water molecular splitting means a protons are here, there is accumulation of the proton concentration, protons are accumulated inside the lumen. So due to that low concentration of the proton, higher concentration of the proton, it creates about the gradient across the membrane. Gradient is nothing but stroma region is a lower proton concentration, lumen region is a higher proton concentration, that is nothing but gradient across the thylakoid membrane gradient. Now this higher concentration of the gradient, how that will be break we will see. Let me explain. This water molecule is splitted. The splitting of the water molecule is done by oxidized state of the chlorophyll A, oxidized state of the chlorophyll in presence of the solar energy. So we called as a photolysis of the water. Mostly in the magnesium chlorine involves in the photolysis of the water. Reason is the electrons from the splitting of the water molecules are electrons are given to the photosystem 2 by oxygen evolving complex. The oxygen evolving complex having of the many protons and 4 manganese, calcium and chlorine substance. So whatever it may be, oxygen is this is oxygen which is concentrated in the lumen, this is a diffused out into the atmosphere, this is a source in the atmospheric oxygen. Yes, but these protons are accumulation. Now these protons cannot move to the stroma region. Reason, this is a impermeable. The protons are impermeable, that is unable to move to the stroma region through the membrane. Now I want to make it into small structure, outer membrane. So I said this is known as a not outer membrane, this is the thylakoid membrane. So there is a these higher concentration of the protons. Due to higher concentration of the protons, there is a low pH. pH is going to decrease. Now these protons, they need to transported, they need to diffuse into the stroma region. This is the stroma region again. I want to stroma. So there are for that there are a integral protein structures are there. Like this is the structure is chloroplast coupling factor CF naught, as this is a embedded in the membrane, and another one is a protruded out. Simply I want to write it. Another one is a protruded out. This is a CF1 chloroplast coupling factor 1. It act as a ATPase. That is a ATPase synthetase having of the two substances CF0 and CF1. So these protons, let me write this. These higher concentration of the protons that move through the channel to outside. So protons are moves. While protons are moving through the channel, there is a energy is releases. That energy that stimulates about ATPase. Due to that, ADP is converted into ATP. One ATP is formed. But basically there are three protons are needed. Three protons that helps the production of the 1 ATP. But as per NCERT textbook, we need to stick on pair of protons are moved from the lumen to the stroma region. That is a diffused from the stroma lumen region to the stroma region. There is a 1 ATP is a synthesizes. While the transportation of the protons, the energy releases, these energy that helps the conversion of the ADP into ATP. So ATP generation takes place. How ATPs are generated? Proton gradient is a break. The same thing, the same mechanism will be present in the respiration process also, in the electron transport chain. So let me, what about these protons? These protons are present in the stroma region only. Now these protons conveyed to the NADP. So protons, already 2 electrons are given, protons are there. Now NADP reduce it to NADPH plus H, or we can write NADPH2. Yes. So this is the light reaction is NADPH2 formed, oxygen is formed, ATP is formed. But the chemiosmotic theory, the main intention of the chemiosmotic theory, how ATP is formed? The ATP formed, what are the requirement? There is a proton gradient is created, as well as there are a proton pumping channel also needed. Ferredoxin which is present towards the stroma, that means outer side of the stroma, which is iron sulfur containing protein. But the NADP, oxidation of the NADP gets into the reduced form. There is a enzyme is needed. FD-NADP oxidoreductase, which is present outside the membrane, that is the outer membrane of the thylakoid. But a water molecule, this is known as a oxidation of the water is inner side of the membrane of the thylakoid. It is closely associated to the photosystem 2, but not to photosystem 1. So the regular questions will ask in the examination in what way. So there are a accumulation of the 4 protons. Let me draw about. There are accumulation of the 4 protons in the lumen, but how many quinone cycles are needed? So by the 2 quinone cycles are needed. By 2 quinone cycles, there are a accumulation of 2 protons in the result of the 2 quinone cycles, and splitting of the water molecule is also 2 protons also. There are 4 protons will be balanced here. 2 from the 2 quinone cycles, 2 protons from the splitting of the water molecules, that is the result of the 4 protons in the lumen. So ultimately it creates about the proton gradient in the lumen side. But the proton gradient is a breaks. So these protons are allowed through a special channel. We said already it is known as a ATP synthase. So due to that, the ATPs are produced. But common regular. But let me write about the keywords in this concept. So where is the water splitting unit is present? Splitting of the water molecule will be present in the inner side of the membrane, inner side of the thylakoid. But FADP reductase, that is present in the outer side of the membrane. Ferredoxin NADP reductase, which present in the outer side of the membrane, outer side of thylakoid membrane. Yes. But as it is a light reaction, what are the products? You see, there is a NADPH2 is produced in the where stroma. But ATP is produced in the where stroma. But water molecule here, splitting of the water molecule, that is the oxidation of the water molecule. So oxygen is produced. This oxygen is diffused into the atmosphere, which is formed in the lumen side. So the same how ATPs are formed in the photosynthesis in the chloroplast, the same mechanism will be present in the respiration in mitochondria. Let me draw a rough sketch of mitochondria. For example, in the respiration process in the mitochondria, we notice this is the outer membrane of the mitochondria, and this is the inner membrane of the mitochondria thrown into foldings are called as a cristae. Yes. But this space is known as a intermembrane space. Whenever the oxidation of the NADH2 here, so these electrons are passes through the again electron transport chain. How the electrons are, for example, let me use the electrons are passes through the uphill transport, again a downhill, again a uphill, again is a downhill. The same electrons also passes from one electron acceptor to the another electron acceptor. While the process is going on, the electron acceptors will be present in the inner membrane. So I noticed in the red color. Just this is the inner membrane structure. Electrons are passes from one electron acceptor to the another electron acceptor. While process is going on, there are a protons, pair of protons will be accumulated here. So there are 4 complexes are there in the mitochondria. Through the 5th complex, these accumulated protons will be moves to the matrix region. So due to that, this proton gradient is increases here. That is a proton concentration is high in the intermembrane space, low in the matrix of mitochondria. These protons are moves through a special channel like a ATP synthase enzyme. Ultimately, the proton concentration is breaks. So the same common process ADP, it forms into the ATP molecule. The same mechanism. So the chemiosmotic hypothesis that explain how ATPs are generated in the respiration as well as how ATPs are produced in the photosynthesis. I hope you understood clearly. Keep watching. Thank you.